Now this is the story about some guys who made fun songs for people half their size. They're the greatest band the world has ever seen, but if you want to know more, it's time to spill the beans. Probably the band's biggest hit song is a song called Opposites.
Right.
What do you remember about the beginning of that song?
It was a simple song, but with some funny lines. And I had no idea that that would make us internationally known.
Yeah. What do you remember about writing Opposites? Where does that song come from?
At that time, I was working at the university, but I was working a different job. I was on East Campus working on a grant. Part one of the job was I would take these questionnaires into elementary schools, and I would interview students, kindergarten through 6th grade students, and have them do these questionnaires. And one of the questionnaires was about opposites. So they'd have, they'd be white, and they'd have to pick the opposite, black. Yeah, you know how opposites work, right? So I'd interview the students, I'd bring the results back, and then I'd enter them, do the data entry. It wasn't the greatest job ever, but it was at this time that Randy and I decided to start this children's band, and we were trying to come up with ideas for songs. And so Opposites. It was right there in front of me, and I'm just like, okay, day, night, black, white, left, right, boom. There's one verse right there. I didn't even have to try.
And when Curt and I first would play it, he'd play guitar, and I had 2 wooden round sticks and go tink, tink, tink.
When we did it live, we'd always have the kids sing the opposite to us. I'd be like, when I'm up, you are...
Red.
Exactly. Yeah.
When I say yes, I say no. When I say stop, I say go. When I sing high, I'll sing low. We're opposites.
I did this animated music video for Opposites, and I put it on YouTube. And then what year was it that we got contacted from Cambridge University? Was it? It was when you had joined the band, right? So it was.
Yeah. It had to have been
a
few years
ago. It was 2008-ish, maybe.
Oh, was it that long ago?
Or
perhaps.
Maybe because you joined in 2006.
I joined in 2010 or 9 or 10.
I thought you'd been with the band longer than that.
It's been 10 years.
Oh God, this is 2020.
Yeah. Sorry.
I was just now thinking the year was 2016.
Oh, it's not. Boy, do you have some catching up. You have to watch Stranger Things, my friend. You're going to be delighted. Wait till you see Avengers Endgame.
Oh, no spoilers. Oh, you're right. Okay, so 2010, I got an email from Cambridge University. They wanted to know if they could include the lyrics to the Opposite song in a book that they were publishing for to go into classroom, to go into English as a second language classrooms all over the world.
They must have seen the video, I presume?
I assume that's how they found out about it, because I can't imagine that somebody from Cambridge University came to a string bean show in Ogallala and heard us do the song and was like, hey, blimey, I think that song should be in the new Cambridge edition of English as a second language for adults.
Well, you never know. We have had international people from Australia and probably from the UK.
We've had people from Turkey, from Hong Kong, wow, from Australia, all over the U.S.
Well, but now your Opposite song is in a textbook, and
yep,
children all over the world are learning,
and adults as well.
And adults are learning English as their second language. Thanks to your song.
Thanks in part to the string beans.
That's amazing. That's got to make you feel pretty good.
Yeah, knowing that this very silly song I wrote is actually helping people, master a language.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And and hopefully it'll keep doing that long after the string beans are forgotten.
Oh yeah, well, any minute now.
The way this podcast video, whatever it is going, yeah.
You and me, we're different as can be. We always disagree, opposites.
There's such an extra element knowing the two of you are brothers singing to one another. Right. And you're this and I'm that, we're not really the same. And you are, well, do you think you're different or do you think you're the same?
I've always thought I'm definitely more different than Curt.
We are opposites in a lot of ways.
I've always felt like Curt's a little more the book smart guy, and I'm more like that, maybe street smart.
I probably tend more toward logic and math, and he probably leans a little bit more towards emotion and that kind of thing.
I've always been able to socialize, interact with people a lot more easily. Curt's really, I think, fairly well read, and I don't know, he's always been a lot more, I think, more intellectual than I am.
Okay.
But I've always thought I was a lot more fun.
Do you think you and Randy are both introverts?
I know I'm an introvert, but I have had to teach myself to talk to people.
I always figured Curt was kind of a little more introverted.
Yeah, he agrees with you.
Which, it's probably amazing that he does what he does when he gets in front of people and sings and plays guitar and all that. And I know he said before that it's always would make him really nervous, especially in the beginning. I don't think anybody would ever think that if you saw him at the String Beans.
Randy is so outgoing, and it is so easy for him to just start talking to a stranger.
To anybody.
It blows my mind when he does that.
I think anybody that has known me, including my wife, who's known me for 32 years, would say I'm an extrovert.
Yeah. And do you agree?
I agree. I will say, though, as I've gotten older, I think I'm becoming a little bit less of an extrovert. More, I try to actually, I'm trying to hold back a little bit more. Not try to be the guy that wants all the attention to be the life of the party. And I think actually years ago, I wanted to be more of that. I wanted the attention, but maybe not as much so. But then if you say, well, you're getting up in front of kids and families and doing the String Beans, you must be an extrovert. I don't know, that it just, yeah, I'm comfortable with it.
Although actually we're probably not as different as I think. We're probably basically the same.
Opposites.